Good morning, Spuds Country. Welcome to game number 2 of the big old tourney in Alexandria, Minnesota. Today, your Moorhead Spuds are set to do battle with the Bismarck Capitals. As I said, this will be game number 2 for the tournament for your girls. Later on this afternoon, they will take on the Sioux Falls Flyers. That game is set to start at 5:15. We are about 5 minutes early today, so I don't know if that one will be the same. Just make sure you hit that subscribe and notify button. That way you'll know if we go active prior to that game. Spuds JV and varsity both play this afternoon as well. JV will be showing on our channel at 2 o'clock. Both teams have gathered around their benches, or around the nets, and now are headed to the bench. Starting up front for Moorhead will be number 3, Molly Hockett. Number 7, Lauren Ness, left and right. Centering it up will be number 4, Caitlin Shirley. Back on the blue line will be number 18, Kinsey Johnson. And I can't see who's on the other side on the defensive line. Number 25, Isabel Oakes. Starting in net will be number 33, Addie Amdel. Puck is down. We are underway. Spuds immediately sent it right down into the Bismarck zone. To be held up in the far side corner with Hockett. Hockett brings it around behind the net. Capitals are able to pick it loose. They try to clear. Goes off of Ness's helmets and back into the corner. Centering shot is turned away by Hay, and she's able to clear it out to center. Tossed right back in by the Spuds. Picked up near side Rieger. Sent out through center. It's going to go all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Ref said that Vig touched it up before it got all the way down there. So no icing. It'll be held up back behind the net with the birthday girl. Shot goes through the crease and over to the far side. Tossed around to the near back behind the net. Dwyer. Spuds are able to come away with it. Kick it back out to center. Down the near side boards, hard and fast. Lindbergh tries to get to it, but it'll be Blakowski that beats her there. Spuds push it down into the Bismarck zone. England, far side, carries it out. She gets challenged by Dufault right at the center line. Loses the edge. Capitals come away with it. They take it down into the Spuds zone. Far side or near side Oswald now. Cross ice pass is going to be intercepted by Retzer and sent back out to center. Will be picked up deep inside her own zone, England. England tries to clear. Lee is there to hold. Retzer chases England down into the corner and behind the net. Puck gets sent over onto the near side boards where it's taken by Hendrickson. Hendrickson, England, Retzer, and Richardson all fight for it. Spuds come away with it. Put the shot onto the Fargo goalminder Graybar, or Bismarck. The Bismarck goalminder. Around to the near side. Johnson flips it back down into the corner. Hendrickson goes after it. Along the near side wall now, Lee and Richardson and Dwyer all fight for it. Puck gets sent out to center. Default. Near side, off the wall, sends it behind the net. It'll be picked up, England. She'll take it around to the far side, send it back out to center, right onto the stick of Steen, who walks it back into the zone. Steen has it picked loose by Richardson. Richardson and Steen both fight for it. Puck is going to get sent the length of the ice. It'll go just a touch wide of Andel. And that one will get called back into the Bismarck zone on icing. 14-11, no score. 1 for 1 on the shots. So if anybody caught it, I did say the birthday girl. That would be number 16, Maddie Cutter. Turns the big 1-4 today. Puck sent back out to middle ice. Oakes, far side. Capitals are in. It'll send it all the way down behind the Moorhead net. Spuds looked to clear. It was held in at the near side blue line. Aubrey Hayes sent it back behind the Moorhead net. Turned back over on the near side boards by Allmendinger. Now Steen has it behind the Moorhead net. Tries to send it along the far side wall. It was picked off at the blue line. Capitals get a shot on Andel. Puck comes back over to the far side board. Steen now. Down into the corner. Petrisen. Now Swenson at the blue line. Shot. Goes high and wide over the top of the glove of Andel and onto the near side boards. Strand tries to clear. Held in right at the point at the blue line by the Capitals. Allmendinger is able to push it out to center. Swenson gives chase down into the Capitals zone. Vig comes away with it. She sends it back out to center. Swenson goes after it right out her own blue line. She'll send it down into the Capitals zone where it's taken England. She'll bring it around, sends it out to neutral to Vig. Vig's cross ice is going to be intercepted. Ness is going to come back into the Capitals zone with it. Centering pass turned away by the Capitals. Up too far side shot. Rebound deflected. And we'll get pushed back behind the net. Hockett brings it around near side. Ness and England fight for it. It'll be taken out to center on the stick of Vig. Down into the Moorhead zone. Vig dumps it behind the Moorhead net. Johnson will handle it there. Taken away, side of the net. Shot was turned away. It'll be kicked back out to center ice as Stromstead couldn't get a handle on it. All the way down into the Moorhead zone, right on to Andel. She'll cover it up. We'll have a stoppage and a face-off on the far side. 11:45. No score. Spuds are wearing their travel black and skating left or right to left to start to do this first period. Capitals are wearing white. I'm going left to right. I can't talk. I haven't had enough coffee. I guess I always say that. Near side corner, Spuds control. They're able to kick it out to center. Picked up at her own blue line. Blakowski, she'll send it across ice over to Hay. Hay takes it down into the Moorhead zone. Into the far side corner. Shot from the far side wall, blocked by Andel. Spuds come away with it back behind the net. They try to clear, it'll be sent back down deep. And then flipped out by Oakes. That one's going to roll all the way down into the Capital zone. Kind of looked to me like England stalled out just a little bit because she didn't want to play it. She wanted to get it all back on icing. Faceoff goes back down to the near side, glove side of Andel. Capitals win the draw. Far side shot. Goes wide of the net and onto the near side boards. Taken there, Petrisen. Spuds are able to pick it loose. Hendrickson out to center, knocks it up into the air. Will be controlled by Petrisen. She has it stripped by by Lee. Now Retzer, near side corner, carries it back behind the net. Centering pass. Shot, Hendrickson, kick save, Graber. Out to Johnson, near side blue line. Back down in behind the net to Hendrickson. Hendrickson looks for the wraparound, looks to center it up, has it knocked off her stick. England. It'll end up over on the far side wall. Capitals come away with it. They send it around behind the net. It's taken near side. Around back behind the net. Bookie shot. Retzer goal! Retzer at the wraparound. Puts the Spuds on the board first. Gives them the 1-0 advantage. 10:08 first period. Yes, Emily, I know I need more coffee. Face-off at center is going to be controlled by the Capitals. Over onto the near side boards, right at the center line. Picked loose by Strand. Strand brings it in, has it knocked off her stick, but she's able to get it back. Tries to center it up to Swenson. It was intercepted and turned the other direction by the Capitals. Steen steals it away just before it enters neutral ice. Strand will take it down into the corner. Has it knocked off her stick, England. And the Capitals take it the other direction. Out through center, Matson. Shot, Andel, save. Steen sends it over onto the far side, or over to the far side wall. Swenson, Steen, and two Bismarck skaters fight for it. It gets flipped up into the air. It's going to stall out well before it gets to the end line. So no icing there. Play will continue. Out to center, knocked free. Shirley. Near side, puck comes all the way down into the corner. Shirley and Stromstead fight for it. Vic comes in to help. She'll take it away. Carries it out, sends it out to center. Spuds are there to pick it right back. Shirley now. Can't break the zone. Capitals pull it away. Oswald will take a trip behind her own net. She'll get pinched up along the far side wall, courtesy of Hockett. Puck bounced around at center before being settled down between Dwyer and Shirley. Capitals are able to carry it down into the Moorhead zone. Far side blue line. Shirley tries to clear, held in Capitals. Spuds knock it into the slot and are able to clear it out there. Neutral ice now, Johnson. Johnson, Ness. Ness can't get a stick on it. Spuds are going to have it right at their own blue line and send it the length of the ice. That one will not get called back on ice. It comes all the way onto the near side boards. Flipped up into the air and out to center ice, Hay. Capitals take it down into the other zone. Spuds are able to pull it back. Hannigan now. She tries to bring it into the zone, runs into three Bismarck skaters. We take it over into the far side corner, England. Sent out to center. That one's going to slide all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Oakes will have it behind her own net. Off the far side wall, held in Blakowski. She'll send it all the way around on the near side boards where it's turned back to the direction off the stick of Hay. Now Hone down behind in the deep in the corner. Far side shot blocked out in front. It'll dribble in on Andel, who will cover it up. We'll be down to 7 minutes, 11 seconds. Face-off goes to the far side, stick side of Andel. It'll be Hone. And I believe it was Cutter. Yep, it was Cutter. Spuds are able to clear it out near side. Ref gets the way. Thrown back into the Spud zone off the stick of England. Spuds are able to turn it the other direction on the far side. Hendrickson down in the corner. Cutter. Cross over to Lindbergh. She can't get a handle on it. It's going to slide back out to center. Spuds will have to reset. Johnson up off the board. Held out Blakowski. Spuds tossed it in offside, so we'll have a face-off. Just outside the Capitals zone on the near side. Won by Bismarck. Controlled by Bismarck on the stick of Hay. Sent cross ice over to Book. Or Book E. Down into the far side corner of the Moorhead end. Retzer. She's able to get a handle on it. She's almost able to push it out to center. It's going to be sent cross ice by Blakowski, where it'll be handled by Dufault back behind the Moorhead net. Retzer tries to clear, stolen away Vig. Pop back down behind the Moorhead net. Dufault will pick it up. Ahead to Hendrickson. Hendrickson looks to clear. It's sent back down into the near side corner by Matson and behind the net. Johnson now. Puck gets pinned up against the back half wall. Dufault. Ahead to Retzer. Thrown back behind the net. Bookie. Spuds now come away with it. Retzer tries to skate it out. She has it knocked away by Dwyer. Dwyer, point blank, or not Dwyer, but Oswald brings it around right in on the doorstep of Andel. And the Capitals are on the board. This game is tied at 1. That goal horn was a little delayed. Face-off at center is going to be controlled by the Capitals. Just inside of her own zone and off the near side board. England sends it into the Moorhead end. Strand is there to pick it up. Steen out to center, off the board. Swenson gives chase, hard and fast, near side. Centers it up. Strand can't get a stick on it. It was turned over onto the near side wall off the stick of Richardson, who takes it the other direction. Allmendinger is there inside of her own zone to pick it loose. She sends it out to center. Dwyer was there now. Dwyer carries it into the middle. Centering pass, shot, goes wide of the net and back behind. Richardson lost the edge as she was taking the shot. Near side boards. What's the call? Offside. So offsides on the Capitals. Face-off will be near side, just outside the Moorhead defensive zone. Capitals are going to control. Come back up to Hay on the near side. She tries to dump it in. Spuds were there to hold it out. Oakes is going to go pick it up in her near side corner now. Drawn back over to Hendrickson. Intercepted home. Carried back behind the net. Shirley Hockett. Hockett is able to kick it out. Shirley gives chase. It'll be picked up just inside the Bismarck zone by Hay. And got bounced back out, back in, so the Spuds were offside. Shirley and Hone, far side face-off, just outside the Bismarck defensive end. It's going to be controlled by the Spuds, dumped in behind the net. Hockett, Ness, centers it up to Shirley. Shirley tries to send it back up to the point. There was nobody there. It slid all the way out to center. Taking Johnson just inside her own zone to Dufault, back to Johnson. Ness near side now. Shirley chips it into the zone. Lukowski picks it up, throws it back out, down into the Moorhead zone where it's handled Dufault. Dufault sends it over to Johnson. Johnson tries to flip it up into the air, but it was intercepted by England. Capitals get the shot away that goes over the head of Andel and across the top of the net. Held in right at the blue line, Vig. Vig shot. Blocked out in front. Spuds come away with it. Ness near side now. Tries to drop it off for Hockett. It was picked off England. She'll turn it the other direction. Down in the Moorhead zone. Johnson strips it loose. Ness now near side. Crosses the center line. Dumps it in. Spuds are going to go for the change. Capitals turn it back out to center. Dumped into the Moorhead zone near side. Madsen picks it up. Cross ice is knocked out to center by the Spuds. It'll be carried in. Dwyer now on the far side. Spuds knock it free. Hendrickson is able, or Hanukkah is able to take it all the way down into the Moorhead, or into the Bismarck zone. He picked up behind the net, England. Capitals are able to take it back out to center. Oswald now. Oswald centering pass. Shot. And Andel will cover it up. 2:25 first period, 1-1 tie. 9-4 in favor of Bismarck on shots. Face-off far side, controlled by the Spuds, pushed over to the far side wall, dumped down into the corner. Off the stick of Hay, it'll end up going back behind the net and all the way around onto the near side boards. Too many skaters in the way. I can't see who's got it. Cleared out to center. In the face-off circle, Stromstead to Hay. Cross-ice pass, intercepted Spuds. Cutter now. Dumps it in right at the blue line. Spuds go for the change. Far side wall, Retzer loses the edge. Dufault tries for the shot. Block right in front of her. Capital is going to turn it the other direction out through center. Dwyer is going to pick it up on the near side. She'll get pinned up against the wall. Hendrickson is able to take it away. Tries to push it out to center. But she'll get a little bit of an assist from Hone. Bounced around out at center. Retzer's going to come in, get it. Near side shot. Kick save. Rebound is loose. Oakes looks for the shot. Or Lee looks for the shot. Puck comes loose up to the top, up to the point. Johnson will hold it in. Tries to send it down low. It'll enter the slot, get turned over on the near side boards. Hendrickson gets pinned up against the wall. Puck comes loose down into the corner. Lee now. Lee and Hendrickson and Hone and Blakowski. Now Dufault and Flemmer. Spud still control. Sent over onto the near side boards. Hendrickson shot, blocked, and carried behind the net off the stick of England. She'll take it out on the far side. Looks to clear. Dufault holds. Shot from the far side. Lee. Blocker save. Graber. Capitals try to settle it down a little bit. Strand is going to be there far side to pick it loose. She'll break it back down into the zone. Kicked right back out by the Capitals. And England will carry it into the Moorhead zone with Johnson riding her the whole way. Shot. England far side or near side goes through or goes across Andel and into the far side corner as the horn blows. And that's going to do it for the first period. They shoveled the ice in between the second and third of the previous game, so that means they're going to shovel the ice now. I'm going to go find some coffee, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. You're watching Spuds Hockey on Krabby Toad Studios TV. Welcome back to start the second. Your Moorhead Spuds are currently engaged in battle with the Bismarck Capitals in game number 2 of the big old tourney in Alexandria, Minnesota. I'm not entirely sure if it's Big Ol or if it's Big Oli, like the Swede. Big Oli. Spuds control out through center. Stolen away there by the Capitals, carried in on the stick of Matson. She'll take the shot that go over the top of the net and into the far side corner. Back behind the net, Allmendinger. Tries to clear, was knocked off her stick right in front of Andel, but Oakes was there to pick it up. She carries it out to center. Capitals far side now, dumps it into the Moorhead zone. It'll come all the way around onto the near side boards. Hockett now tries to clear. Bookie is there to send it back down behind the net. Oakes. Back to Allmendinger. Allmendinger drops it off for Ness. Ness kicks it out to center, where it's intercepted by Oswald. Capitals come back the other direction. Down into the Moorhead zone. It was sent into the near side corner off the stick of Oswald and all the way around on the far side wall. Ness tries to clear it. Ness, Oakes. Shirley's able to bounce it up to center. She picks it up along the far side. Spuds break it down into the Capital zone, but it's turned right back out. Spuds have to reset, but they end up offside. Lindbergh is down, very slow to get up. He's moving around, so I think she's all right. Faceoff gets pushed over onto the near side boards. Lindbergh down into the Bismarck zone. He'll be taken right back out. Hone has it stripped. Near side now off the wall. Out to center. Dufault holds it at the blue line. Dribble shot thrown at Graybar. Will get covered up, and we'll have a stoppage of play with 15:11 to go here in the second. Shots on goal are a little bit more evenly matched now, 8 and 9 in favor of Moorhead, or in favor of Bismarck. Snake eyes for a score. Near side boards, puck will be held up. It's going to slide out to center. Be gathered up by Dufault. She sends it back into the zone. Hale take it near side. Carries it around behind her own net and out through center. And all the way down into the Moorhead end. Brings it in. Center pass. Comes all the way across. Petrison couldn't get a stick on it. Spuds take it the other direction. Shot. Goes right into the breadbasket of Graybar, who will swallow it up, and we'll have a face-off near side of the Capital zone. No, that's not hot chocolate. That's hot coffee. Faceoff gets pinned up along the near side boards. Finally broken free. Allmendinger sends it back into the corner. Round onto the far side boards. Hendrickson will get pinched up against the wall. Hone is there to take it away. Back out through center, hard and fast, down into the Moorhead end. Vig centers it across. But Bismarck can't get the shot away. They'll end up back behind the net. Retcher now. Near side, sends it up off the glass. Lee steps in to help. Thrown at the net, blocked by the Spuds. Allmendinger kicks it out through center. It's going to slide all the way down into the Capital zone and get called back on icing. Faceoff will come to the sticks. Scratch that. That's going to the glove side. Nope, we're coming to the stick side. Stick side of handle. time it's going to be Steen and Vig to square off. Vig is going to win the draw. Capitals will control. Shot from the near side blue line. Goes right onto the stick of Andel. She'll cover it up. We'll have another face-off to the stick side. 10-10 this time. Richardson and Steen. Johnson is going to push it back behind the net. She'll carry it along the far side wall. Sends it ahead to Strand. Strand kicks it out to Swenson. It goes all the way down into the Bismarck zone. It'll be taken by the Capitals behind their own net. Capitals try to clear. Dufault sends it in. Strand shot from the point. Stick save. Graybar comes over onto the near side board. Out through center. Down into the Moorhead zone. Johnson is going to be there to knock it away from Dwyer. Dwyer near side gets pinched up against the wall courtesy of Steen. Puck gets centered up and turned back over to the near side wall by the Spuds. Johnson kicks it out to center. Swenson and Bookie both give chase, but it's going to get to the other end before either one of them can get to it, so that one will get called back on icing. 12:55. Shots are now tied at 10, as is the score, tied at 1. Shirley, Hockett, Ness, Allmendinger, Oakes. Bismarck controls on the near side, flips it up off the wall, off the boards. It'll end up over in the far side corner. Back behind the Moorhead net, Petrisen. Shirley comes in. She was able to knock it loose for a moment. Ness is going to be able to clear it out to center. Ness and Hockett both give chase. Hockett is not Ness, but Shirley. Capitals come away with it back behind their own net. Along the near side boards. Will go down into the corner. Centering pass, shot, Shirley. Save, Graybar. Rebound is picked up by Shirley. Graybar save. Up to the near side blue line, sent back behind the net off the stick of Oakes. Round into the near side corner now, Hay. Cone comes in to help. I believe it's Hockett and Ness that are pinned up against the wall. There's a ref in the way, as well as a Bismarck skater, so it's hard to tell. Puck comes loose, back behind the Bismarck net. Sent over onto the far side wall. Oakes is there to kick it back down deep. Hone now in the corner is able to send it out to center. Spuds will have to reset. Allmendinger comes streaking across. Puck sits right loose on the Moorhead blue line. Ref says Bismarck ran in offside, so we'll have a face-off on the far side right in front of the Bismarck bench. Cutter, Dufault, Johnson, Hanukkah, Lindbergh. Knocked down into the Moorhead zone. Spuds look to clear. On the near side wall now, pushed down into the near side corner off the stick of Matson. It'll be Cutter and Vig that fight for it back behind the net. Dufault steps in to help. Johnson kicks it out to center. It'll be picked up at center ice by Blakowski. Down into her own zone, Blakowski now. Over to the near side boards. Dumped deep into the Moorhead end. It's going to go all the way around onto the far side boards where Johnson is there. She tries to send it ahead, but it was picked off. Matson. Centering pass. Turned away by the Spuds. Out through center. Lindbergh. She gets pinched up against the wall. Puck comes loose. Dufault now near side. Smacks it off the wall up to Hanukkah. Puck comes right back down to Dufault. Dufault from the center line puts a shot on Graybar that she covers up momentarily and then lets it loose because the Spuds were making the change. Right at center line. Vig and Dufault. Puck will end up down in the Bismarck zone. Lee. Retzer tries for the shot. Taking Blakowski back behind the Bismarck net. Flipped out to center. Be picked up just inside the Moorhead zone by Johnson. Johnson flips it ahead. It'll end up all the way down in the Bismarck zone. Be held up along the far side wall before being carried out on the stick of Oswald. Oswald tries to send it across. It was intercepted by Lee. Puck comes over onto the near side boards. Allmendinger tried to dump it. It's picked off by the Capitals. So she sent it over to Oakes. Oakes sent it ahead to Hendrickson, who dumped it. Down into the near side corner now. Oswald. She sends it cross ice. Strand was there to intercept. Strand tries for the shot that got redirected up and into the air. Near side boards now. Puck is going to come out to center and thrown right back down into the corner. Spuds will end up offside. 9:06. Faceoff comes to the near side, just outside the Spuds offensive zone. Capitals going to win the draw. It'll end up with Swenson, who sends it into the zone. Steen pins the Trison up against the wall. Centering pass. Strand can't get a hold on it. It rolls all the way over to the far side boards, but Strand picks it up there, sends it around into the near side corner. Strand tosses it back behind the net. Swenson goes down for it in the corner. She lifts the stick. Puck is still going to end up sliding out to center. Oakes now. Ahead to Strand. Strand can't get a hold of it far side. Bismarck kicks it back out. Oakes dumps it in. Carried out through center. Hay. She'll bring it over to the far side. Tries for the shot. It gets redirected up into the air off the stick of Oakes and down into the corner. Spuds take it away. Out through center. Shirley. Now Ness in the corner. Shirley back behind the net. Two Bismarck skaters. It'll be Vig that comes away with it. Capitals bring it back the other direction. Vig, cross ice. Down into the Moorhead zone. Back to Vig. Back across. Over to Rieger. Neither one of them could get a shot away. Puck ended up back behind the net, and the Spuds were able to clear it back out to center ice. Held up along the far side wall. Johnson goes after it. Johnson and Rieger both fight for it. It'll be Dufault near side now. She tries to send it out. It'll end up going up to Bookie, who takes a shot. That was blocked down by Hockett. Hockett takes it the other direction. Shot, stick save, Graybar. Now back behind the net. Comes over onto the far side boards. Cross ice now to center after it was redirected by the Spuds. Dufault to dump it in near side. Anglin will have it far side. Sends it along the wall. It was stripped by Allmendinger. Now Vig will carry it into the Moorhead zone near side. Vig brings it around, looks for the shot. Vig is going to find the back of the net. At 6:45, she'll put the Capitals up 2-1. .645 left in the second. Spuds trail 2-1 on the go-ahead goal by Macy Vig from the Capitals. Puck held up far side. Back to Oakes just inside of her own zone. She has it knocked free courtesy of Oswald. Allmendinger will pick it up and take it back behind their own net. Tries to send it off the wall. Englund was there to knock it down. Comes all the way over onto the near side boards. Hanukkah now. She tries to skate it out. It was knocked back the other direction by Bookie. Back behind the Moorhead net, Allmendinger. Allmendinger off the wall. Lindbergh is there. It was stripped away. England sent back behind the net. Out front. Hanukkah gets a stick on it. She takes the shot. It goes just wide of Graybar and will get called back on icing. Faceoff comes back down into the Moorhead end on the near side. Hone and Lee. Back behind the net, Allmendinger. Allmendinger off the wall. Picked up to Trison, far side. Lee, Patrice, and Oaks. And one other one. I believe it was home. Puck will be sent all the way around on the near side wall. Shot from the near side blue line goes just wide of the net and back behind. Home. Off the wall. Centering pass. Turned away Retzer. Almost cleared out to center. Held in momentarily, but Hendrickson was there to pick it up. She'll take it out through center and sends it down into the Bismarck zone behind the net. Up to the far side blue line. Johnson tried to send it down deep, but it was picked off by the Capitals and turned out to center. Lee now looks for the shot, has it knocked loose. Hendrickson's shot goes wide of the net and back behind. Retzer, far side corner, sends it around to Hendrickson. Back around to Retzer. Capitals pick it loose. Down to the near side corner, Petrisen. Sent back behind the net. It'll come up to Johnson on the near side blue line. She'll throw it back down to Retzer in the corner. Retzer and Bismarck skater both fight for it. It was Vig that comes away with it. Round onto the near side now. Flipped out to center. Vig and Lee will end up down in the Moorhead zone on the stick of Johnson. She tries to flip it ahead. It was intercepted. Rieger, centering pass, turned away by the Spuds. Shot, I believe it was from Rieger. We get covered up by Andel, and we'll be down to 4:08 here left in the second. Capitals leading 2-1. Shots on goal are actually in favor of the Spuds now. 12 for Bismarck, 13 for Moorhead. Steen and Vig far side now. Chip shot didn't make it to Andel. Shot from the far side was redirected into the near side corner. Up to the blue line. Allmendinger and Matson both fight for it in the near side corner. Steen and Vig now back behind the net. Back behind the net, centering pass, turned away by the Spuds. Strand is almost able to clear it out to center. Steen finishes the job. Puck bounced loose just at the Bismarck blue line. Carried back into the Moorhead zone on the stick of Matson. She has it poke checked loose from Allmendinger. Puck gets thrown down back behind the Moorhead net. Oaks now far side. Oaks out to Swenson. Swenson at center. She has it stripped in the neutral zone. Bismarck brings it back the other direction, down into the Moorhead and England. She'll get steered over into the wall by Strand. Steen now, Oaks, England. And Dwyer. Puck is going to get sent the length of the ice. That one will get called back on icing. We'll have just under 3 minutes. 3 seconds under 3 minutes to be exact. Left in the period. Face-off far side is going to be Shirley and Richardson this time. Shirley wins the draw. She sends it deep into the corner to Johnson. Johnson around the backside of the net. Ness picks it up, tries to push it ahead to Hockett. Shirley comes streaking in. Puck gets thrown back the other direction. It'll bounce off the back of the cage. Be taken there, Johnson. Johnson sends it the length of the ice. It's going to slide just wide of Graybar. And that one will get called back on icing as well. .238 left in the period. Face-off this time will be Richardson and Shirley. Shirley's going to win the draw. Capitals are going to control far side boards. Bounced out to center. Hay couldn't get a handle on it. Down into the Bismarck zone. Hockett has it in the far side corner. It'll get pushed off her stick and back behind the net. Capitals look to clear. It'll be held in on the side of the slot by Ness. She'll kick it over on the near side wall. That one's going to get sent the length of the ice. And that one will get called back on icing now. 2:12 face-off will go back down into the Bismarck zone on the near side, the glove side of Graybar. Shirley and looks like Vig to square up. Puck kicked over onto the near side wall. It'll come up to Dufault, who sends it back behind the net. side of the net. Spuds are there to shot. Default knocked down. It'll end up back behind the net. Hockett and two Bismarck skaters all went down. Puck ends up over in the far side corner. Flemmer looked to clear, held in by Moorhead. Around on the near side boards now. Puck is going to end up rolling out through center. It'll be Fleming and Johnson who both chase it down. We'll end up with Petrison who puts a shot on Andel, and that one will get turned away. Hockett now. Hockett, Shirley, 2-on-1 going the other direction. Over to Shirley. Shirley can't get a stick on it. It's going to go on the far side boards. Mess now shot right into the breadbasket of Graybar. She'll hang on to it, get the stoppage, and hold this game a 2-1 Bismarck lead. Face off far side. It's going to be Cutter. And I believe Vig. Bismarck is going to control. They look to clear it out. It was knocked loose. Oakes along the far side was able to hold it in. Back behind the Bismarck net. Centering pass out front. Puck loose. Covered up by Graybar. Face-off comes to the near side now. Back behind the Bismarck net. Oakes, far side. Up to Lindbergh. Capitals are able to bounce it out to center. Spuds will have to reset, but before they do, they're going to end up offside. So we'll have a face-off just outside the Bismarck zone on the near side of neutral ice. Cutter wins the draw over to the near side boards. Allmendinger shot from the red line right on to Graybar. We'll end up over on the far side wall. Capitals are able to clear. Vig now into the Moorhead zone. Drops it off for Matson. Matson shot goes wide of the net. Vig has to pick it up back behind the net. Cutter is also down there, as is Oakes. Matson side of the net tries to wrap it around. It'll get covered up by Andel, but she'll keep this game 2-1. 8.1 seconds. Shots in favor of Moorhead are now 17-14. Face off far side. Vig up to the far side blue line. Shot, no redirect from Rieger. Puck comes around onto the near side board. And that's how this second period is going to end. They shoveled the ice between the last two periods, so we'll be back in about a minute to start the third. You're watching Spuds Hockey on Krabby Toad Studios TV. Welcome back to Alexandria, the Big Ole Tournament. Game number 2 between your Moorhead Spuds and the Bismarck Capitals. Spuds currently trail 2-1, but are out shooting the Capitals 17-14. Puck down in deep into the Moorhead zone. It'll be turned around into the near side corner, cleared right back out to center. Shirley and Oswald fight for it all the way down into the Moorhead zone. Now Richardson, far side. Out through center. Ness and Dwyer. Puck comes over to the near side to Johnson. Johnson pushes it ahead. Held out of the zone by the Capitals. It'll be smacked in right at the Bismarck bench by default, but the Spuds will end up offside, so we'll have the face-off on the far side. Shirley and Richardson this time to square up. Down the far side boards, default. Now Ness brings it in far side. She looks for the shot, centers it over to Shirley. Shirley shot, kick save, Graybar. It's taken the other way by Richardson. Out to center, picked loose by the Spuds. Dumped into the Moorhead zone. Capitals are going to, on the delayed penalty now. I will tell you here in just a second what the call is. I think I have a good suspicion. It's going to be slashing. Guilty party will be number 15, Claire Oswald. Yep, it was slashing. So the Spuds will go on the first power play of the game. Faceoff comes to the near side of the Capital zone. Shirley and Vig to square up. Puck gets sent over on the near side boards. Taken back behind the net. And Hockett is able to break it loose. Gets flipped up into the air. It'll be England who brings it back the other direction. England tries to send it off the board. Shirley was there to break it loose. Sent cross ice down into the near side corner. Capitals are able to push it out to center. Allmendinger near side now. Cross ice over to Oakes. Oakes bumps it up to Shirley. Shirley carries it in far side, kicks it down behind the net. Shirley back behind the net to Ness. Ness tries to send it back to Shirley. Got redirected by the Capitals up to Allmendinger. Ness. Hockett tries for the backhand. Goes through the crease and all the way over onto the far side boards. Capitals taking the other way. Vig now. Vig and Allmendinger one-on-one. Vig sends a shot high over the net off the back wall. It'll get pinched up between Shirley and the Vig, I believe. Spuds are able to come away with it. Shirley out through center, breaks the zone, top of the slot, shot high over the net. She gets her own rebound, tries for the side angle shot that'll get covered up by Graybar. The Bismarck goal minder. 45 seconds left on the Moorhead power play, 14:40 remaining in the game. Faceoff goes to the far side between Richardson and Cutter. Johnson controls at the blue line, flips it over to Dufault. Dufault has it knocked off her stick. Richardson's going to take it the other direction. Richardson gets steered over into the corner by Johnson, who pins her up against the wall a little too hard. And Johnson is now going to be headed to the box with 28 seconds left on their power play. I'm suspecting checking. So we'll finish out the Moorhead power play for 28 seconds of 4-on-4. Then the Capitals will go on their first power play of the game for a minute and a half. Near side, Oakes out through center, or Allmendinger out through center. Tries to chip it ahead down into the zone. It was held out Hay. Down into the near side corner. It's taken away by the Spuds. Out to center. Capitals back at full strength. And on the power play, Richardson off the boards. Dumped into the Moorhead zone. Aubrey Hay. Picked up in the corner. Allmendinger. She'll send it behind the net. Hendrickson far side. Hendrickson now is able to clear it out to center, which forces the Capitals to reset. Dumped in far side, Bookie. Hendrickson tries to clear it back out. It was intercepted by the Capitals. Shot from the near side went high over the net and into the far side corner. Cutter tries to clear. It was held in along the blue line by Blakowski. Bounced out to center, and the Capitals end up offside. 45 seconds left on the Moorhead penalty kill. Face off right in front of the Spud bench at neutral ice. Vig. I can't tell for sure who it is. England is right in the way. Vig and Lee were the pair that matched up. Spuds bounce it over on the near side wall. Hanukkah is able to bounce it out to center. Picked up in her own blue line will be Vig. Vig carries it in, looks for the shot, throws it down into the far side corner. 25 seconds left on their power play. Ping pong back and forth behind the net. Up to the far side blue line. Dump back down into the corner, back up to the blue line now. 18 seconds. Shot from the point. Handle, save. Spuds are able to clear it over into the near side corner. We get pinched up along the wall. Cleared out to center. Oakes. But that one will get called back on icing, but the Spuds are back at full strength. So a successful penalty kill from Moorhead keeps this game 2-1 in favor of Bismarck. Spuds are leading 19-15 on shots. 12 minutes, 17 seconds to go in this game. Strand, near side, carries it out to center. Tries to push it ahead to Swenson. It was intercepted. Hay. Capitals will have it far side. Swenson and Dufault pick it loose. Swenson down. Drives it into the zone. Takes a shot. Knocked down by Hay. Hay and Swenson fight for it all the way behind the net. Hay ahead to Flemmer. Flemmer out through center. Pulled loose Johnson. Hay now out at center. Capitals have to reset. Hay, top of the slot. Takes a shot. Blocked by the Spuds. It's going to be turned back. Swenson tried to turn it back out. It'll be held along the far side blue line by Stromstead. Over onto the near side boards now. Strand tries to push it ahead. Knocked away Patricin. Spuds are able to clear. Swenson chips it ahead. He picked up England out at center. Swenson steers her over onto the near side boards. She'll get a handle on it, settle it down, and dumps it down real deep into the near side corner of the Capital zone. Stromstead now, taken away by the Spuds at neutral. Capitals have it in their own zone. They look to clear. To be held in by Moorhead. Hockett has it stripped off her stick. Oswald, but she can't clear it out. It'll end up back behind the Moorhead net. Hockett gets knocked down, comes up to Oakes. Oakes shot, blocked. England, it'll go back behind the Bismarck net. Ness now. Shirley steps in to help. Puck slides out to center. Far side boards. Dwyer at center. Knocked free by Moorhead. Far side boards brought right in by the Capitals. But she put the brakes on, took it right back over to the far side corner. Spuds come away with it. Allmendinger ahead to Shirley. Shirley one-on-one with Hay. Comes all the way down into the near side corner. Ness from behind the net tries to center it up. It goes off the side of the cage. Dwyer's going to have it out front. Dwyer off the far side wall, steers around Allmendinger, drives right down into the Moorhead end. Turn back the other direction. It's going to slide down the Bismarck zone. Picked up behind the net. Hay. She sends it all the way around on the near side wall and out to center. Lindbergh now. Up and off the wall near side. Goes back behind the net where Bookie will pick it up. Up to Dufault. Dufault shot. Blocked. Hay. Right back up to Dufault. Dufault sends it around the horn onto the near side boards. It's going to be carried out by England. Back behind the Moorhead net now. Sent off the far side wall. Picked up there. Bookie, she takes the shot. But Andel will cover it up. We'll have 3 seconds, just over 9 minutes left here in this game. Bismarck controls, top of the point. Dumped into the corner from England. Sent the other direction back into the near side corner, Matson. Controlled back by the Moorhead net. Johnson now, far side corner. Flips it around to the near side where it'll be picked up England. Pushed around right back behind the cage. Wraparound shot, puck loose in the slot. Vig can't get the shot off. It ends up back behind the net. Vig now, near side corner. Up to England. Back to Vig. Vig, side of the slot. Shot, save, Andel. Cleared over to the far side boards. Taken there, Hanukkah. Hanukkah out to center. Flips it up and off the wall. Somehow, Bookie was able to get a handle on it, or hand on it. Not even a handle, a hand, as she fell over backwards. Cross ice pass is picked off by Hone. It'll be sent over onto the near side wall. Bookie now, inside of her own zone. Sends it ahead. It goes all the way down into the Moorhead end. Taken by Allmendinger back behind the net. Allmendinger looks for the outlet. Tries to clear it out near side. It's sent the other direction. Down into the near side corner. Petrisen is there to pick it up. Petrisen and Retzer both fight for it. Both go down in the corner. Puck will come up to Blakowski at the point. She'll send it cross ice down in the far side corner. Flipped out to center. Spuds have a chance here now. Lee gets tripped up and taken down by England. Puck will end up back behind the Bismarck net. Near side wall, Flemmer now, and Oakes. Flemmer is going to pick it up and pinch it up against the wall with her skate. Retzer steps in to help. Retzer's able to pick it loose. Lee now. Stick handles her way, tries to fight her way past Hone. It'll end up coming up to Oakes, who sends it down in behind the net. Retzer now tries to push it out front. Two Bismarck skaters are there to send it over to the far side wall. Allmendinger tries to send it back behind the net off the wall. England was there to pick it up and turn it out to center. Into the Moorhead zone, Petrisen stolen away by the Spuds. Pinched up along the far side wall now. Lee comes away with it. Spuds are trying to clear. Shot, post, onto the far side boards. Turned back into the corner, Stromstead. Out in front, shot, save, Andel. So with 6:08 left in the game, we'll have a face-off to the near side of the Moorhead zone, glove side of Addie Andel. It'll be 10-10 this time. Richardson and Seen to square up. Puck has finally be settled down. It'll be Dwyer back behind the Moorhead net. She tries for the wraparound, kick away by Andel. Held up in the far side corner. Dwyer tries to bring it in. Steen is there to poke it away. Right back behind the net now onto the far side wall. Shot, glove save, Andel. Cleared over to the near side, Dufault. Bismarck controls once again. Hay, near side shot. Blocked out in front of Andel. Rebound backhand was put on her. She'll get that one covered up with 5.5 minutes left. Face off as far side, 6th side of Addie Andel. Round back behind the Moorhead net and on the near side wall. It slides out to center. Hockett has it near side. 2-on-2 going the other direction. Hockett shot. Big glove save made by Graybar. She holds this one at a 1-goal advantage for Bismarck. Face-off will come to the near side. This time it'll be Vig and Shirley to square up. Shirley wins the draw up to Johnson. Johnson down low to Ness. Ness gets pinched up against the wall. Ness is able to break it loose. Johnson shot. Kick save. Graybar. Puck goes over to the far side blue line. Down deep into the corner. Hockett now. Hockett and Bookie fight for it. Capitals are able to come away with it. Out through center will be Matson. Matson near side looks for the shot. Can't get it off. Dufault was there to turn it over to the near side boards. It'll end up back out at center. Shirley now with the breakaway if she can get to it fast enough. Shirley shot. Big save made. Graybar right into the glove of Graybar with 4:38. Once again holds this game at 2-1 Bismarck. Face off Vig and Shirley near side. Shirley wins the draw. Spuds control. Oakes dumps it into the near side corner. Hockett has it back behind the net. Centering pass is intercepted. Backhand shot. Ness shot. Flurry out in front. But Graybar is able to get a handle on it. And once again, save this game and hold it at 2-1 Bismarck. Shirley and Vig. Shirley once again wins the draw up to Oakes. Oakes looks to dump it down to Ness. Ness back behind the net. It's going to be picked off by Hay. Hay near side now. She sends it high and hard off the glass. That one's going to slide all the way down into the Moorhead end and get called back on icing. 4-11. 2-1 Bismarck. 23-19 in favor of Moorhead. Faceoff comes to the club side of Graybar once again. Kaylee Graybar, the Bismarck goal minder. This time it's going to be Cutter. And number 12, Sophia Holm. Spuds will control. Oakes near side. Flips it back down to Retzer behind the net. Retzer has it stripped away. Lakowski, who sends it over to the far side wall. Allmendinger is there to hold. Shoveled down into the corner. Cutter. Hanukkah. Cutter. A whole lot of chopping going on the far side boards before Bismarck is finally able to come away with it. Lakowski now back behind her own net. Fights with Cutter. Puck will end up over on the far side wall. Far side Lindbergh shot. Blocked down in front of Graybar, but dribbled in on her and she had to cover it up. So with 3.5 minutes left, the faceoff will now go to the far side. This time it will be Cutter and Richardson. Spuds control. Allmendinger falls far side. Tries to send it down low. It's going to be picked up. Richardson can't clear it. Hanukkah has it. Hanukkah, side of the net, tries to center it up. Nobody there. Turned over onto the far side. England. Shot. Allmendinger. Ends up back behind the net. Cutter now. Tries to center it up. It'll be once again turned out by England. Eglid. Down into the Moorhead zone. It'll be broken loose by Oakes. Dwyer. Dumps it into the corner. Now Lindbergh. It'll end up with Stromstead, who takes a shot right into the chest pad of Andel. We'll be down to 2 minutes, 50 seconds, third period. Face off near side of the Moorhead zone. Kicked over on the near side boards. Sent cross ice from Stromstad. Will end up back behind the Moorhead net. Fig. Near side wall. Lee gives chase. It'll end up back behind the net. Rieger tried for the shot. It was turned away by the Spuds. Centering pass to the top of the slot. Rieger's shot got blocked by the Spuds. It'll end up over on the near side boards. And now we're going to have a boarding call on Bismarck with 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. That puts the Spuds on their second power play of the game. Faceoff comes down to the near side, stick side of Kaylee Graybar. We're going to go to but we're going to take a timeout first. I think it was Moorhead, and I suspect I know what this is about. 2:20, Spuds trail 2-1, but are on the power play. This is not the warmest drink in the world, but it's not near as cold as the Bushy or the H.A. Thompson. H.A. Thompson last weekend was 33.5 degrees at the top of the stands. So I can only imagine what it was like actually down on the ice. Bismarck comes back out on the ice. Spuds are getting their last little bits of planning in. Shirley, Hockett, Ness. Johnson, Oakes, Allmendinger. So 3-4, 3 up, 3 back. Face off far side. Allmendinger, shot. Goes just wide of the net and into the near side corner. Ness is going to pick it up here. Ness. Down to Hockett. Back up to Ness. Ness. Looking. Shot. Save. Graybar. Rebound. Loose. Shot. Save. Graybar. Face off. Comes to the near side now. Be once again Shirley and Matson. Shirley's going to win the draw. Up to Oakes at the near side blue line. Down low, Ness. Ness in the corner. Hockett centering pass. Shirley shot. Chipped back behind the net. Johnson picks it up in the corner. Shovel shot. Blocked down England. Puck sits loose right in front of him. Hockett comes over. Hockett looking. Shot goes high and wide. Over the top of the net and onto the far side board. Thrown back down into the corner from Allmendinger. Turned out to center. That one's going to float all the way down to the Moorhead end. Oakes gives chase, as does Hone. Be picked up by Oakes in the near side corner. Out to center. Ahead to Johnson. Johnson. Near side Oakes. Drives it in near side, but the Spuds end up offside. 54 seconds to go on their power play. Minute 14 left in the game. Face off just outside the Bismarck defensive end near side. Shirley and Richardson. Shirley's going to win the draw. It's going to be picked up by Bismarck. Knocked loose by the Spuds. Oakes can't keep a handle on it. It ends up with Richardson. Richardson far side has it knocked loose. She's able to dump it in the Moorhead zone right to Allmendinger. Spuds have it going back the other direction. Hockett far side shot. Gets sticked over behind the net by Graybar. Near side now. Johnson centering pass. Nobody there to pick it up. Goes all the way over to the far side to Allmendinger. Allmendinger down low. It's going to be turned right back out by Kylie Bookie. That one will get called back on icing with 19 seconds left on the power play. 39.2 seconds left in the game. Spuds should have one more good chance at the power play goal. Face-off, far side. It's going to be won by Shirley. Allmendinger. Allmendinger default, down low. Blocked by Hay. Shot Johnson, blocked out in front. Capitals are able to clear it out to center. 7 seconds left on the power play. Shot from the far side center line. Goes just wide of the net. No icing. Spuds control near side. Back out through center. Johnson tries for the shot from center ice. Hockett now. And the ref said they're offside with 12.9 seconds left. Face-off is going to come to the near side, just outside the Bismarck zone. One more rush for the Spuds if they can win the face-off. Cutter wins the draw over Lindbergh. She'll drop it back, flipped into the Bismarck zone. It'll be held up right at the blue line. Spuds are going to end up offside once again with 3.3 seconds left in the game. Face-off this time will be far side. Cutter's going to win the draw, but it's going to held up right there at the face-off circle. As the horn sounds, let's see what's going on here. Hold on. The ref blew the whistle. Yep, that's how we're going to end it. Okay, I didn't know. The ref blew the whistle right at the buzzer, indicating penalty. I believe it would have been on the Capitals. But everybody's out shaking hands, so that's how we're going to wrap up this game. Spuds are going to fall 2-1, but are going to win on shots 26-20. Don't fear, we'll be back in action this afternoon at 5:15. This game started a little bit early, so make sure you hit that subscribe and notify button, and you'll be able to know when we go active later this afternoon. So for my camera operator, Lisa Swenson, I'm Seth. You've been watching Spuds Hockey on Krabby Toad Studios TV. We'll see you this afternoon.